What looks like a quiet domestic tragedy has instead become one of the most baffling and chilling murder investigations of 2025-2026. On December 30 in Columbus, Ohio, a devoted couple, Spencer and Monique Tepe, were found shot to death in their own home. 2 young children were inside, unharmed. No forced entry, no weapon at the scene, no immediate suspect. Then 10 days later, an arrest, but not the one anyone expected. The alleged killer, a man from hundreds of miles away, Monique's ex-husband, Dr. David McKee, a 39-year-old vascular surgeon with no public criminal history. What really happened that night? Was this a random act of violence, a personal vendetta, or something much darker? Today, we unravel hidden twists, missed clues, and what investigators may have yet to uncover in this still unfolding story. Cases like this don't unfold the way you expect, and what's coming next in this investigation will challenge what you think you know about motive, evidence, and justice. If you follow real cases as they actually develop, subscribe now, because this story is far from over. It was early winter in Wineland Park, a residential neighborhood just north of downtown Columbus. On the morning of December 30, 2025, colleagues noticed Dr. Spencer Tepe, 37, a dedicated dentist, didn't show up for work. Friends and coworkers tried Monique. No answer. That's when a friend came to the home and heard the couple's 2 small children crying inside. A welfare check was made. Police arrived around 10. Officers went inside and found both Spencer and Monique shot to death on the 2nd floor of their home. Their children, ages 1 and 4, and even the family dog were unscathed and physically unharmed. But there was no weapon, no forced entry. This was no burglary gone wrong. This was something far more personal. Police quickly determined the murders occurred sometime between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. on December 30. But there were no signs someone broke in, no broken locks, no forced doors. Even more bizarre, no weapon was recovered at the scene. And this was no secluded cabin. This was a home in a lively residential neighborhood. Neighbors described seeing families walking dogs, holiday lights still up. Police released surveillance footage showing a hooded figure walking in an alley near the home in the early hours. But the image was grainy and unidentified. Why weren't other cameras captured? What does that grainy footage really show? And why were the children untouched? These questions would play into every theory that followed. To understand the weight of this crime, we need to understand who Spencer and Monique were. Monique Tepe, 39, a beloved mother, described by family and neighbors as bubbly, nurturing, and deeply devoted to her children. Dr. Spencer Tepe, 37, a dental professional known for his care and compassion, devoted husband and father. The couple had married in 2020 and had just celebrated their 5th wedding anniversary less than 3 weeks before the murders. They were described as warm, joyful, and deeply connected to their community. Their children, the final witnesses of this tragedy, were placed in the care of family, who now face the unimaginable task of raising them without their parents. Before we go any further, take a moment and think about the 2 children left behind in this case. If you believe victims deserve to be remembered for who they were, not just how they died, leave a respectful comment below. It helps keep their story visible. For days, police had no suspect, but a critical breakthrough came from digital surveillance and vehicle tracking. Detectives discovered a vehicle that arrived shortly before the estimated time of the murders, left shortly after, was registered to Dr. David McKee in Rockford, Illinois. Columbus police issued a warrant on January 10, 2026, and McKee was arrested without incident in Illinois. He now faces 2 counts of murder. What makes this twist chilling? McKee is Monique's ex-husband. They married in 2015 and divorced in 2017. No public criminal history before this. A successful surgeon with active licenses in multiple states. But why him? What could drive a medical professional from hundreds of miles away to commit murder? At this point, nothing about this case fits neatly. Stay with me, because the evidence that led police to Michael McKee raises as many questions as it answers. Now let's talk about what investigators are not saying publicly, and the questions even the most dedicated armchair detectives are raising. First, the CCTV gap. Police released a hooded figure in generic footage, but multiple neighbors have ringed doorbells and street cams. Why haven't any of those been shown? Many locals reported cameras nearby that never publicly contributed evidence. This raises concerns about whether videos exist that law enforcement is withholding pending prosecution, or simply that investigators did not collect all available neighborhood footage, a major investigative gap. Second, domestic history. Court records show the couple had a domestic dispute call from their address months earlier, a 911 call where a woman reported a fight at the same house. It's unclear whose voice it was, but it suggests prior conflict existed in the home. Third, divorce records rumors. Online communities have dug into divorce court filings, suggesting the case may have been reopened or contested in June 2025, years after their split. If true, this hints at lingering legal or emotional conflict that law enforcement hasn't fully explained. Fourth, weapon and forensics. No weapon was reported at the scene. That's rare. If McKee is the shooter, where is the gun? Has it been recovered? Was it cleaned up? Or did someone else remove it? These are critical unanswered questions that the public deserves clarity on. This is where opinions start to divide. Based only on what we know so far, do you think this evidence is enough for a conviction? Tell me why or why not in the comments. I read every serious response. So let's explore possible motive theories, only where there is evidence or plausible reasoning. Number 1, jealousy or obsession. Even long after divorce, experts note that unresolved emotional attachments can manifest in violent, unpredictable ways. This doesn't prove McKee's guilt, but it could fit behavior patterns seen in similar homicides by former partners. Number 2, domestic dispute history. The prior 911 call hints there may have been unresolved tension between Spencer and Monique that police may need to re-examine. Was it a one-off or part of a pattern? Number 3, professional stress or identity conflict. McKee's career was high pressure. He held active licenses across multiple states and faced civil suits in other jurisdictions. While these aren't criminal indicators, personal stressors sometimes contribute to irrational decision-making. Important, none of these theories are confirmed. They are investigative avenues police should be exploring and the public should demand transparency about. Here, what investigators have solidly built. Surveillance technology showed McKee's vehicle arriving and departing near the time of the murders. Court records allowed investigators to confirm ownership and obtain an arrest warrant. McKee was arrested without incident and is now held waiting surrender to Columbus authorities. But probable cause is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. For conviction, prosecutors will need eyewitness testimony or forensic evidence. The weapon or ballistic match. Phone or digital records placing McKee inside the home. Or admissions, confessions, or motive evidence presented in court. Until then, the legal system must respect his presumption of innocence, while the public watches closely. McKee was arrested on Saturday, January 11, 2026, which was exactly 11 days after the couple was found fatally shot in their Columbus home. McKee and Monique Tepe married in August 2015 and divorced in 2017, and they had no children together. The couple was discovered on December 30 in the early morning hours, with their 2 young children, ages 1 and 4, found unharmed inside the residence. Authorities believe the murders occurred between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. on December 30. Columbus police identified McKee through neighborhood surveillance video, tracking him to a vehicle that arrived just before the homicides and left just after. Detectives found the vehicle in Rockford, Illinois, and linked it to McKee, who was arrested without incident. McKee is a medical doctor specializing in vascular surgery, licensed in California and Illinois. McKee is being held in the Winnebago County Jail in Illinois and is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. Police have not publicly disclosed a motive for the killings. There are always possibilities of investigative errors, though I should clarify the current legal situation based on what I found. Important legal context. McKee has been charged with the murders, but he has not been convicted. In the U.S. legal system, he is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in court. Some of the factors that could lead to wrongful accusations include misidentification or circumstantial evidence. While police say they tracked McKee through surveillance video and linked him to a vehicle at the scene, video evidence can sometimes be ambiguous or misinterpreted. Again, tunnel vision. Investigators sometimes focus too heavily on one suspect. In this case, the ex-husband would be an obvious person of interest and may overlook alternative explanations or other suspects. Also, timing correlation versus causation. Even if McKee's vehicle was in the area, that this crime shook not just a family, but a whole community. Family statements revealed deep grief, gratitude for support, and the weight of future responsibilities for the Tepe's children. Neighbors described the couple as welcoming and generous. The shock of a neighbor being the suspect, a doctor no less, adds a surreal layer to this tragedy. Funeral services have already taken place, providing some solace, but many residents say their questions are far from answered. As of now, critical questions remain unanswered: motive, weapon, and what evidence the public still hasn't seen. This case will continue to unfold in court. If you want factual updates without speculation or hype, subscribe, and we'll follow every development together. As the case moves toward extradition and court proceedings, the big questions remain. What was the motive? Where's the weapon? Which surveillance and digital evidence will prosecutors use? Was any evidence overlooked or withheld? This case is a reminder that technology is a double-edged sword. It can solve crimes but also hide unknown evidence. Public transparency is essential. Justice isn't just about arrest, it's about truth and closure. We want to hear from you. What do you think happened that night? What evidence still needs to be revealed? Comment below, subscribe for updates, and let's follow every twist in the Tepe murder case together. This case isn't over. 2 children, no answers. Is this enough evidence? What would you decide?
In the darkness, whispers become screams, secrets become weapons, and the truth becomes deadly. This is True Crime Mysteries, The Shadow Lens. Every week, we uncover the stories they don't want you to know, disappearances, cold cases, and the mysteries hiding in plain sight. Subscribe now, and step into the shadows with us.